for a little bit. I want to talk to y'all about a little pistol that I've been shooting, a Sky pistol. It's the DVG-1, David versus Goliath. You know, it's a real cool little gun. I wish I can get the screen a little bit brighter in here, but hey, this is what I'm working with. Come in and chill with me. I ain't gonna be here long though, cause my phone's dying. But here we go right here. DVG-1. Let me get it where y'all can see it. And look, when I first got this gun, the dude that I got it that gave it to me, he put epoxy resin on it so we could try to mount a light and scratched up the slide a little bit. It's got epoxy resin all over it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it looks crazy, but can't really see right now. But let me see. I don't know if y'all can see that. And it got epoxy on this part of the slide. But yo, this gun's good, man. Um, I hope y'all can comment on here, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, man. I'll be dropping a couple shorts on this gun too here soon. This gun is different from the CP. Listen, and by the way, the Sky pistols, they are great guns, man. They're not budget made guns, they're budget price guns, just like the Taurus guns. And even the High Point, I will say it's a little cheap. It's made from good quality parts, but it has a little cheaper value to it. And it works though. I'm not a gun slob or a gun snob. You dig what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, man, airsoft. Yeah, this is the DVG-1. For those who don't know, if you're familiar with the Sky pistols, Sky Industries shut down. Mr. Roebuck, the owner, he worked for Kel-Tec. He formed his own business and made a better pistol, if you ask me. I'm not even gonna say it's like the Kel-Tec because, in my opinion, it's not. It's a little bit better. It's similar, but it's a little better. If you're familiar with the Kel-Tec pistols, phenomenal pistols. This is Sky's first striker fire. Sky shut down due to some legal issues. I hope they bounce back. And by the way, if you own any Sky pistols, whether it's the CPX series or the new DVG-1 series, which ain't a series, it's only one pistol. I was looking forward to the. This could have changed everything. You know what I mean, for Sky and for the concealed carry market. But if you own any of the Sky guns, I suggest you don't get rid of them. If you do, you do. But I wouldn't get rid of them because I feel like they're gonna end up being a classic because they're not here right now. I hope they do make a return. I would love to see them make a return and bring this gun, even if they return under a different name. Bring this gun. This gun was about to change things. They could have took this gun forward, you know, because this was their first ever striker fire model. See, I don't know if you know, and this one here has the robot quad lock system. Look, it's got it on the slide, and where the robot quad lock system is like, say that when you shoot the gun locks back in four different areas, like around here. Like, say for instance, the gun will lock back in like four different areas, like right here, and right here, and it'll stabilize the gun. And they say it improves accuracy. I did notice a little difference in accuracy, and this gun is empty, by the way. I don't have no, ammo in it. Um, but I did notice some good in the accuracy, some improvement in the accuracy. Um, this gun, I've shot about 400 rounds through this gun. It's been a phenomenal. I haven't had but one issue out of it. Out of those 400 rounds, the Glock that we were shooting with was also a good gun. It was the 19. I think it was a Gen 1. It actually malfunctioned and failed to eject. But this here, I had one issue out of it, and it was through the magazine. The magazine was nosediving. So what I did was when I shot it and realized it was nosediving, it ejected the empty casing and everything. I took the mag out, hit the round down in there, fixed it a little bit, made sure it was clear, put it back in, ran, no more issues. 400 rounds, like 8 boxes through this gun. Phenomenal. Only one problem, and that was due to a nosedive. DVG stands for David versus Goliath. This is the David of the concealed carry of the handgun world, meaning that the Goliath is all those big companies like Sig Sauer, GloCk. and all those other FN, all those big companies that we have and see in the world, that a lot of snobs, when they review guns like this, budget price guns, they disrespect them. They say, I can't believe I'm doing this. They act like they don't know how to work the gun and this and that. And to me that's terrible, because thank God that we have guns that those companies don't mind lowering the price for, because the quality is good on them. Be honest about it. The quality is good. They work. They go bang. I mean, what more can you ask for out of a gun? That's Thank God that they lowered the price, because it gives people like me. I'm not rich. Now I work my 9 to 5s. I do what I got to do to survive. But if I needed to, I can't buy $400, $500, $600 Glocks, man. I could barely afford one. So I chose to go with something a little cheaper, and I have a few of those. And I do. Don't get it wrong. I am gonna also review Glocks on the channel too. I'm also do I ain't gonna tell you what it is yet. I got another little treat. You see me shoot it, but I'm gonna review it. It's a good gun. I'm gonna run some more ammo through it though. I ain't gonna tell you about it right now. It's a Ruger though. But yeah, this is the David versus Goliath DVG1. This has decent sights too. Man, I wish this was a little bit more lit up. The sights on it are really nice. I'm pretty sure they're Glock interchangeable. Um, I also have the CPX, a CPX2. The CPX1 has the manual safety. Um, and I have the CPX2, and this is without the safety. This is, and by the way, Sky, their guns, they only made 380 and 9. So they never made another caliber. No rifles, only pistols. But I have this CPX2, which has been real good for me. No malfunctions whatsoever. Even the magazines out of this pistol was amazing. Um, but the magazines that came with the DVG1, I did get it used. They didn't. They had a hard time locking back. They won't. The magazines won't lock back, but every now and then. Now, if I hold it a certain way, it'll lock back. But watch this. Now watch when I hold the bottom up, and I'm gonna show you why I think it's doing it. I could be wrong, but like I said, this gun came a little scratched up, but it works perfect. It never had an issue. Look at that. Now, where this is not hammer fired, this isn't an issue, but I feel like it has something to do with the magazine not wanting to properly sit up in there, and I don't know, but it still, the gun worked fine. Like I said, I had no issues out of it. It has a decent and easy slide functionality on it. I said functionality. Slide function is real easy. You can maneuver and manipulate the slide real easy. And that's also on the Gen 3 series of the CPX2 and CPX3, which was the first one. CPX3 is a 380 Sky. It was the first one to introduce the robot quad lock on it. Then came the Gen 3 of the CPX 1 and 2 systems. Now this is my CPX2. This is a Gen 2 CPX2. This one doesn't have the robot quad lock. And this is double action. I'm sure if you're familiar, you already know that. You can see it has an internal hammer. And this is empty. I'll show you. My arm's getting swole from lifting, boy. This is empty. Nothing in it. Um, yeah, man. This one doesn't have the robot quad lock. So this one, the slide on these are a little bit harder to manipulate. I can still press check if I have good press checks to see if I'm good on my ammo, or if I'm see if I got one in the chamber, or even if I clear it. Some people clear it by press checking. I can still do it, but it depends on how good and oil and slick this is. Now this is Sky's double action only, and as you can see, the DVG1 is the striker fire. See the DVG1, which is on the right side, look like on y'all's right side. Actually, hold up. Yeah, ain't that y'all's right? Yeah. Anyway, it's on the right side, and on the left, you can see the hammer fire right here. That's the CPX2. Um, the difference in these two is trigger pulls, man. The trigger pull is real hard, and like I said, I had no issues out of this one, and they're empty. The trigger pull is really tough on this. Look, I'm gonna show you the reset and everything. It doesn't even have a reset. Watch this. Now watch the reset. See, that was the reset. It doesn't even watch. I don't want to keep doing it, because I ain't got no snap cap. See the reset on that? It's real far, but I got used to the trigger. Now on this one, watch this one. This is an improvement. Now watch this. With it being a striker fire, you gotta pull the slide back to reset the trigger. See, easier reset on this one right here. Easier slide manipulation. Um, Compress check to see if you got one in the chamber. Boom. That's the one. I mean, this was real good. And I will also tell you this as well, man. Um, they even slim like this. The grip on the CPX2 Gen2 and CPX1 Gen2, the grip is a little more thicker, and where the grip is kind of shorter, some people can only get 2 fingers around on the gun. Well, I was able to actually get at least 2.5 on this one, like especially, man. Like the grip on this one is more fatter, but on the DVG one, they kind of slimmed down the grip, and they got rid of the back strap that came with the CPX2 Gen 2. They got rid of the back strap on that. I don't think that features on the Gen 3 CPX line. I think it's kind of like this. This has a little bit of a back strap, but it's not that recoil dampener that they was talking about came with this one. See, and you got the little holes on it. The grip is a little bit more thicker. See what I'm saying? Let me show you this one. It's a little different. They don't, it's a slimmer grip. Look, you can even see the difference. It's a slimmer grip, and it's got a real good grip on it. I can get my hands on the gun. I'm not gonna say the grip is long. It's still about the same length, but the width is a lot different. Like, say if I can come out. I can still get my hands all the way on the gun. If I wanted to shoot one handed, I can still get my hands on the gun and control it. With the easier slide manipulation, due to a different spring. Also, this is better and easier to control. I'm gonna be honest. In the CPX line, like I said, I ran 400 rounds through this, 8 boxes exactly. So I think that, yeah, that's about 400. It treated me well, man. I will be honest. The magazines, though, I had one nosedive in it, but it still, after that, it still functioned flawlessly. So the next time I shoot this, I'm gonna see if this magazine. Oh, it actually locked back that time. The next time I shoot this, I'm gonna see the magazine still does the same thing. I'm gonna see. Lock back. See, it won't lock back every time. Look, lock back that time. Lock back that time. See, it's weird, man. Um, but ran every round through it. Like I said, it's got real good sights. It's got front serrations, back serrations. The CPX2 Gen 2 that I got, which is an older CPX model. It don't have front serrations. It only has the back serrations. And I'm not even sure. I'm not sure if if you can switch out the sights with the GloCk or not. But I will say this, man. Even with this being a CPX2, I've had some success with this gun. No problems out of it. It's ran perfect and flawless for me. I'll do another review on it, also. But with the DVG1 so far, this thing has been immaculate, man. It's ran well, even though hey, listen, even though I had that one magazine nosedive, this is ran well against every gun that has been high dollar. This was the purpose of me doing that. I love to see how budget price pistols can, hang with higher dollar guns. This I recommend the DVG1 to everybody, man. This is a good gun. It will suit you well. Good for concealment. It's not big. It's a subcompact, real lightweight. Um, like I said, if you got big hands, you may have issues, maybe. But with that pinky extension on the magazine, like, see, the magazines come with the extensions, and I think sometimes they send you flush ones too. But like I said, Sky shut down, so it might be hard to get the flush ones. You might have to look for them or order them. Um, but yeah, with the pinky extension, yo, this is a real good feel on this pistol. Um, yeah, and I shot the DVG one a little quicker than I did the CPH two, but from where I had the CPH two first, I was able. I've gotten better with it. So I'm not gonna say I shoot one better than the other. This one is, if you say if you a first time gun owner, this one is gonna be probably easier. You can have quicker follow up shots with this one, with the Striker Fire DVG Sky than you would the CPX line series. But other than that, I recommend the DVG one, man. If you find them in any stores, like I said, Sky shut down now. But if you find this gun in any stores, even the CPX, if you like double action, I recommend them. They're reliable. This gun went bang every time. Every time. It went bang every time. The Glock malfunctioned. It had a failure to eject. But, and then look, right after the Glock had a failure to eject, I told you, I said, uh-oh. I looked at him. I was so happy. I said, look, it's outrunning the Glock. As soon as I threw it back in, switched the magazine and had a nosedive in the magazine. Gotta call it what it is, you know. But I fixed it, cleared it, put it back in there. Boom, boom, boom. It went right back in action. It never had a failure to eject. Never had its problems double. It never had no double feeds. It never had anything like that, man. This gun has been fairly reliable, man. 100% for real. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I can't even say 100% because of the nosedive, but it's been. I'm gonna say it. If it wasn't for that magazine, I would. Even the magazine, it had that one issue. But listen, that one time could cost you your life. So I am definitely gonna, keep an eye on this magazine and definitely probably get newer magazines and run through this. I will not carry this magazine. I will not carry this magazine. Um, if I do, I have it as a backup. You know what I mean? So it'll be there if I need it. But I don't carry this magazine. This gun shot hollow points off the chain. It shot full metal jackets off the chain. This gun was doing its thing. The Sky DVG one David versus blah blah blah. The Sky DVG one David versus Goliath. I gotta give it a thumbs up. It's definitely a good budget price gun. Like I said, it's not a budget made gun. The parts on them polymer framed, stainless steel slide and barrel. Same thing the Glock has. I even break it down for you. To break it down, you slide it back like that. There's a little pin. I'll show you the pin. I don't know if you can see it. It's just like if you got a CPX series, it's just like that. There's a little pin. You want to take that out. I'll take it out for you. Let me fix this so my phone and camera don't fall. Pop that pin out like that. Look. See the pin? Pop it out. Now, the difference with this one and all the other Skies, where this is striker fired, to get the slide off after you take the pin out, you got to pull the trigger. You don't have to do that with the CPX series. And here's the lower. See the sear and all of that. And, like I said, man, it's got the same material, made with the same material the ARs are made from. This and the inside is a little bit different than the CPX, the setup on the inside. But look, that's the lower. It don't have a safety. No safeties on the DVG one or the CPX2 line. Here's the spring. A little bit bigger of a spring than the one that comes with the CPX2. And here's the barrel. Even the barrel's a little different than the one with the CPX2. And I'll show you the CPX2 barrel has like little grooves, a groove right here. And the spring, the captured spring in the CPX2 is a little smaller, and it's a dual spring, captured dual spring. The spring on this is a little different. I like this spring. And then, you got your firing pin up in here, which is weird because this little piece moves, but I think it goes in all the CPX lines. I'll show you. Not CPX, excuse me, I'm tripping. In all the DVG guns. Look. Hope I didn't show you my underwear, y'all. I got my underwear sitting right there. This little piece moves, but it don't mean nothing, though. It says the firing pin, when it's ready to go, it'll go in place. I've never had no issues. I think that's just how the gun's set up. And to put it back together, it's the same way. But before I do that, Same thing on the breakdown with this. You pull it back, lock it. There's a little pin there. Pull that little pin out, sit it right here so I don't get it confused. You don't have to pull the trigger on this one. You just boom, slide comes off. There's your hammer, where it's double action. Every time you pull this trigger, the hammer goes back. Here's a capture dual spring and guide rod. That's what I meant to call that thing, a guide rod, man. I'm tripping. And see the difference? Let me show you. Then I'll show you the springs. See the difference on this? CPX has a groove on it, and the DVG one don't. See, this is CPX one over here on the left, and the DVG one's on the right. Will I say it makes a difference in accuracy? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. On the spring, same thing. It's a difference. Spring smaller right here on the CPX than it is on the DVG one, and you know, which I think this is the reason the spring been a little bigger is the reason why I feel it has an easier slide manipulation. But to put it back together, just as easy. You know what I mean? See, let me not get these confused. All right, put it back together. It's easy. You just boom, put it back in there. Thought I was gonna drop it, but I didn't. I'll try to catch that joy. You see that? Hit the spring. See it's in there. Then you put it in like this. I know some of you are like, duh. Boom. We in there. We ready to go. Now the upper is ready. Now we're gonna put it back on, man. Come through, kick it with your boy, man. Slide it on just like that. Pull it back, and it even cocks the firing pin so it's ready to go. Then we're gonna put the pin back in that little hole. But now you gotta ease the slide back. I can't show you now because of the light, but you ease the slide back just right. About like that. And then click. You hear that click, it's ready to go. And then she's going back in place. Look. That's how you break it down. I ain't gonna keep hitting the trigger though, because I want to get a snap cap just in case. Even though to me, I don't think dry firing, if you don't do it obsessively, it's not gonna mess your gun up. But because my guns aren't toys, they tools, so I can't always baby them. You know, I run them through the ringer sometimes. Sometimes I practice at home, like I'm clearing malfunctions. I wrap my slide. My girl gets so crazy over it. But look, you can hit your press checks. Like, look. See, you need a press check. Boom. You can clear malfunctions like that. Easy slide manipulation. It's like that on the CPX3 as well. Now, I'm going to put this one back together, CPX2. Looking at something, I was like, yo, what is that? And this goes back together the same way. And on the lower on this one, you know, this one got a hammer. This is hammer fired. Same thing with the little pin. I'm sweating out here. It's hot in this room. We in the coast room, y'all. She's ready to go. Boom. I don't know if I oiled her up or just broke her in. Because the slide is manipulating a little different here recently. But yeah, man. That's how you take apart the CPX 2 and the DVG 1 and easy clean. Take it apart just like that. Clean your lower on the rail. And listen, when you break it down and want to get a deep clean, like in the trigger mechanism and in the trigger system, you take out these frame pins. It's not that hard. And then you do it like that. I'll do a video showing y'all one day. But yeah, I gotta get this done. I say it's a 9 out of 10, maybe an 8. No, let's do a fair 8 out of 10. And the only reason I say that is because the problem that the nosedive out of the magazine. I'm gonna be real. I want to give it a 10 out of 10 because it never, other than that nosedive, it's never malfunctioned. This gun ran every single round that I put through it. So I do trust it and I will carry it. So I'll give it a good 8 out of 10. And another reason why I say 8 is, I will be honest on this, the control, like some people might You know, me, I don't have no issues with the pinky extension controlling it, but a bigger frame guy that's like 6 foot 7, 8, and he got hands like toasters, like the Big Show. He might have a hard time getting his hands. His hands gonna look like this on the gun. He might not even be able to get it to function right because his hands gonna be riding the the slide release right here. You know what I mean? And the dude got the good slide release on it right there. I don't know if you can see it. Show it to you. It's got the slide release. It don't have again. It don't have no safety on there. I'm not really big on safeties anyway. But yeah, other than that, with this magazine that comes with it, that's sometimes locked back, and sometimes when I'm shooting it in the magazine's empty and it's time to reload, sometimes it'll lock back on its own. But other than that, nah, I don't have no issues. Now I showed you this on there. This little thing where dude put epoxy. I had to clean it up, and then he knocked this little piece off right here, which it never caused no problems on the gun. So I don't know, really never caused no issues on the gun. But on this one, can't, that little piece can't. This controls the functionality of the trigger. There's a spring in here that's connected to the hammer, and when you pull the trigger, that spring is connected to the hammer and it moves, and the action is what helps the slide kick back and rack another round, because where it's hammer fire, double action. So this piece has to be on there for this. That it would not function without this. So yeah. And it's definitely the magazine. I'll show you. Look, because look, magazine. Oh, it locked back that time. Let's see if it do it again. No lock back. All right, magazine, CPX2. See, and all my magazines on this lock back. This magazine came with my CPX2. That locks back every time. Now I'm going to try it in the DVG1. The magazine that came with the CPX2. And they're the same mags. They're interchangeable. They're Sky mags. Sky makes their own parts. I think some springs is the only thing they don't make. That they didn't make. They made everything else in-house. American made. That's another reason why I support them. They made a real good gun. They had a lot of people hate it. The gun, a lot of people love it. It's the gun's never, it goes bang when you pull the trigger. You just gotta get on the double action. You gotta get used to it. But for those who like striker fire, go try this DVG1, David versus Goliath. It's worth it. This locks back every time. That came with the CPX. So yeah, it's the magazine. That's why I wanted to get a gun a 10 out of 10. But yeah, y'all, this is the DVG1. I recommend this for everybody. See, look, it's locking back now. I recommend this gun for everybody. It's a real good gun. It functioned good. Ran 400 out of this gun. Never no issue. Like I said, the only issue was a nosedive in the magazine. But other than that, this gun went bang every time I pulled the trigger. It has a smoother trigger. Easy manipulation on the slide for those who might have arthritis, elderly that can't get their hands on the gun. Even if you have problems gripping and you're not an elderly, it has an easy slide manipulation. So women, it'll be good for them as well. They didn't make this in 380. They never got around to do it. They closed down before they could. I would have loved to see this gun in 380, but Sky shut down. But I recommend it. The DVG1, David vs. Goliath. This is a real reliable gun. Probably the best Sky pistol. I'm gonna be honest. And this is a Sky pistol that can hang with them all. It can hang with them all, man. Honest. It can hang with them all. For real. It's gonna hang with the Glocks. It's gonna hang with the FNs. It's gonna hang with the M&Ps. Which the M&P, a lot of people might not consider that a budget pistol, but I do. I don't really consider it a budget pistol though. I consider that more like a standard carry, standard price carry pistol. It's not the supreme name brand high dollar pistol like the Glocks and the FENs or Sig Sauers, you know what I mean? And it's not budget price like Sky or the Taurus G2C. Hey, and another thing, speaking of the Taurus G2C, this has been great. I had no issues out of this gun. This gun, I've ran like 600 rounds through this gun. This gun has functioned flawlessly. but I messed up my beam on it. I can't use it right now because I got my charger. This is a rechargeable beam, and the little prong that goes in the rechargeable port, one part broke off and it's up in my laser. So if anybody can give me any ideas on how to get that out, please do that, cause I'm very upset, man, cause I like this laser. Just got it zeroed in. I like the DVG. Excuse me, I called it the DVG. My fault. I like the Taurus pistol. This is one that I'm starting to carry now. I had to retire my CPX. This is my old faithful. I will always break this out and carry this sometimes. Sometimes I'm gonna always carry this. My CPX, man, my double action baby. Cause it was honestly, I just started really getting into where I was wanting to carry personally. So that was one of the first ones I grabbed, and that gun's dear to me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I had to retire it. Where Sky shut down, trying to get parts. I had a good warranty going with it. Sky had an amazing warranty, so I retired it because I don't want it to mess up. Might one day be a classic. But like I said, this is empty, by the way. I do got. Let me. This is empty. But yeah, this is my new carry gun, the Taurus G2C. This ain't the G3C. I could have got the G3C, but I didn't see no point in switching because they're basically the same gang, the same gun. I can't talk today. Except the G3C, it has front serrations and a few more little upgrades. It's same system in the gun. It's the same gun. You know what I mean? You can't put the upper on the G2C on the G3C though, because it has different things on the top of the gun and on the slide, and it's set up a little differently, but it's the same system overall, same gun overall. Just the G3C is newer, and it's more the updated version of the G2C. So if you got a G2C, it's up to you. But me, I wouldn't recommend even buying a G3C because it's the same thing for real. Unless you just want to collect it. But this gun, everybody know the G3 series, the G2, G3 series can hang with any of them. Everybody know this gun gonna go whether you like the little mushy trigger or not. I like it. This gun has been phenomenal, and I'll talk about the laser in another video. But the good old DVG one, man, yeah, I recommend this gun. Go get it. You know what I'm saying? And you will love it. You will enjoy it. Try it out. If you interested in trying out other budget price pistols, like I say, remember, you don't put a price on your life. If I have $150, I heard a man say this once. If I had $150, and no company sponsored me, by the way, too. I'm trying to hurry up and get everything out. That's why I'm talking fast, because my battery's dying. So, but you can't put a price on your life. If I have $150 in my pocket, whatever I got and can grab for that money and that much money, whatever pistol I can get for that, I'm gonna go buy it. And if it goes bang, and if it serves me well, it's a good price pistol and a good quality pistol. I'm gonna keep it, and I'm gonna use it and carry it. That's how it is with these aren't budget made, they're budget priced. Tourists drop the price on the G2 G3 series because they can make a killer off that. But it's they could have easily got 4 5 out of that gun. Same thing with Sky. They could have easily got more out of those guns, $300 $400. They wanted to make them affordable where people can afford to defend themselves. You know what I'm saying? So guns are kind of over engineered, if you ask me. Anyway, all those. Get out there, train with it, get to know it, run multiple ammo through it. Learn safety first. You will be all right. And if it serves you well and goes bang every time you pull the trigger, and you're used to this gun and you know the ins and outs of this gun, everything about it, you could trust this gun. Carry it. It's good. It's a good gun. This gun right here is one of those guns. I would definitely carry this. I recommend it. I give it a thumbs up. Like I said, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I want to give it a 10. But this magazine, like I said, I did have a nosedive, so I have to count that. Um, so I really could give it a solid 9. You know what I mean? But overall, got a good feel. Try it. The DVG one, Sky Striker Fire gun. Try it. Try the CPX line too if you never tried it. Even if you look at the gun like I hate that gun, try it again. Shoot more than just 50 rounds to it. Have a whole range day out of it. When you try this, shoot if you can get at least a full box or more. Shoot it. Go have fun with it, man. Do that. I'm telling you, this gun's gonna serve you well, baby. Hey man, Mr. Roebuck, I hope you bring Sky back. Thank you for making this pistol, man. I know a lot of people have a lot of bad things to say about your product, and a lot of people love your product. Absolutely, you amazing, Mr. Roebuck. I hope you make a return to make more. Yeah, man. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Shout outs to SBK Kennels. Go check my man's channel out. He just has some puppies. My man Meso, he streams every day. It's called SBK Kennels. The craziest bullies out of Virginia that you can ever see. Yo, I'm telling you, the bullies are excellent. If you into the bullies, the American Bully Dogs, go check them. SBK Kennels. Yo, my man's phenomenal. And subscribe to his channel too. Subscribe here, man. Get me up. I'm gonna start going live more. Come kick it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do multiple videos. It ain't gonna just be gun videos. It's gonna be about everything, about hip hop, about boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this belly off of me, get these pecs down a little bit, tighten it up. You know what I'm saying? But look, I love y'all, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. The Sky DVG1. I recommend it, baby. Go try it out. Till next time, cuz. For death, though, you know, East Coast, Virginia love, baby. We out. If I can get off. See, I don't go live a lot, y'all. Can't even get up out of here. There we go. Wait, hold up. Hey, we out, man. I think I just hit the X. Hey, we out, man. I love y'all.